What is going on, everybody? Prof Jeff's here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play episode. So in this episode, as you guys can see, the village is over there. It actually looks really cool in the distance. And our main base is right here. And I am on this interesting, uncharted plot of land. And I've decided it's time to move out of that rusty old cave we've been living in. And I think it's officially time to give us our own house. So I am going to farm out a bunch of the land here. We'll get a bit of a flat surface to work with, and then we'll start building. We have our plot of land and we have our workstation all set up, and we are going to be building a nice spruce wood cabin. I I wouldn't normally be doing this late into the game, making this kind of basic cabin, but like I said mentioned it previously in the series that I really do like spruce wood, and I've been kind of waiting till we got it to make our main base. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. And I wanted to talk while I lay out the groundwork a bit about some things I learned while building the storage room. The first of which being, and I'm not following this build, but it's a lot nicer to build into a building than it actually is to, or into like a cliff face or something, than it is to build on an open ground. It's just a lot easier to make it look nicer, and I feel like it gives an extra layer of depth to the build that it doesn't come with building on flat land. However, that being said, for this specific build, I'm wanting to incorporate something else into it, and I'm not going to I'm gonna keep it a secret just for right now, and I'll see if you guys can figure it out as the episode goes on. But yeah, there's something I'm going to be incorporating in. This isn't just going to be our base. It's also going to have a function for our world. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll go mirror this on the other side. The second thing that I learned when building the storage room is that I tend to hyper focus on one specific detail of a build, whether that be uh, the function of the build or the looks of the build. But realistically, I've kind of broken it down into three main aspects of the builds that usually I am doing, and I've kind of tried to take all the options into consideration instead of just hyper focusing on one like I normally do. And I'll kind of explain a bit what I mean. So there's three kind of main components of a build, in my opinion. There is the exterior aesthetics, which is how the exterior of the build looks, which usually I struggle in fairly. There's interior aesthetics, which again are the interior looks of the build, which I'm usually all right at doing. However, I tend to not focus on that as much as well, because usually I focus on a third thing, which is the function of the build, and I classified it as interior functionality for this specific project, just because um, it's we're doing a base for us, and we're only going to be focusing on the interior. However, when it comes to, let's say, a farm or something, you have the uh, um, exterior function of it, but that's not important. Pretty much what I tend to do is I'm a very functional, practical person. I don't necessarily like nice things for the most part. I like things that are useful, so I tend to focus more on how things function and work, and making sure they do work properly. And I'm not good at like choosing how things look and such. So I've tried to focus a little more on that in this build. I've only come out with a little bit of a layout so far on how I want it, and this is the basic section. But that's kind of the second thing that I learned, and it kind of makes sense that I just need to not focus on one specific aspect of the build. So we're going to have three main sections of this build. So we come in, this is our main entry, and then it's going to branch off. We have going to have a first little room here. I might put out some sections like that and have it come like this, something like that, and then have, I guess, double doors, something like that. And then we'll have this room. We'll kind of do the same for here. And then we're going to have this area. So I actually have to readjust how this build is going to look. I don't think I'm actually going to have this strip like this because we're going to want this to be a large just surface because we are going to cover it later. We're going to have this room as probably either the bedroom or just a small. Well, actually, we'll probably incorporate the bedroom with the storage room. We might have like a little like kitchen maybe with like some furnaces if we need to cook something up quickly or something. We'll have to work on the interior design. Like I said, I haven't really thought about it too much yet. I kind of just wanted to get the framework of it done, and then instead of focusing on that, we'll start figuring things out as we go. I'm wondering if it's actually possible to put a second floor on here. I was gonna have this so we kind of have like a atrium area with like a glass roof kind of, and do some sort, have this a little larger and have this section of the build shorter. But now I'm kind of considering having this room as a staircase up to the second floor and have a bit more room on the second floor. It entirely depends on what I'm going to want to be doing for this build. I didn't really want it to be that crazy, but I mean, we'll, we can run with it and see how that goes. Yeah, and if we do that, we can have the line still down the middle, and then it all works out actually really well. And then we just kind of do that. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to have a second floor on here. We'll build this up. I'm going to have to put something in the middle of there to break up the solidness of the wood in the corners. I was really hoping that you could do angled stairs, but unfortunately you can't. I wanted to have stairs kind of along the way there, but you can't do stairs sideways. That just shows my lack of experience lately with Minecraft. Usually I would know something like that, but with all the new stuff they added, I half expected it kind of to be in the game, but they do not have a way to do the angled stairs, which kind of sucks. But we'll work with what we have, and we'll continue to make the build cool because it's coming along pretty well, and I'm happy with it. We just got to worry about it not looking too plain, and I kind of have an idea for that. I'm not going to use wood for the roof. We're going to have a, what is that stuff? The deep slat. We're going to use that for the roof. And I actually think that looks really good. I saw a picture of spruce with that, and it actually went really well. Usually I'm not too sure how like certain stuff blends together like that, but like I was saying, that did work like a charm, seemed like. So I was really hoping the rain would go away, but this is kind of the idea we have for a bit of an upstairs section. We'll have our staircase in this room, kind of. Might have a bit of storage under the staircase, which means we'll probably have it go up a bit and maybe over this way and into like a little area. Probably have another railing along the stairs. But I have this viewing section. I was going to do this glass, but I kind of like these just railing kind of areas. And then I have a bit of the front walkway and area. We'll maybe put like some sort of chandelier in here or something and decorate it a bit. I haven't done too much of the decoration, but hey, we can sleep in our room for the first time. It's not very done, but it's like going to your house when it's under construction. Uh, so yeah, and then I have these pillars. I'm gonna have a bit of support pillars for the roof. We might have one in the middle, sort of. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll kind of unveil the surprise of this room. I didn't actually initially plan on this. I kind of just jotted out a base reference on how I was gonna lay out the way the it looked. But I wasn't really too sure. I tend to do a lot of like stuff like this, and I don't really like how it looks. And that was kind of the idea with this, is I was gonna do it how I normally do and expand upon it, which I am going to do. But I also tried to adjust how I build and add in these angled pieces. Like I was saying before, I was hoping I could put stairs along the side to kind of give it a nicer edge. But we'll work with something. We might add some slabs in and stuff and make it look nice. But for now, I think that's pretty solid. We're gonna have our bedroom here. We'll have our stairs, like we were saying, and then we'll still have the kitchen. But we'll have it over here. We'll have some furnaces and stuff so we can cook maybe a campfire. We'll make a bit of a chimney for the campfire. And I'll reveal this. This is going to be our map room. So in the last video, I know it wasn't much of a content video, but we did do a bit of mapping, and I'm super happy with how that map's coming out in the end. But I did want a place where we could have a map in the overworld, and I think I'm going to put it right here. This is going to be our center hub, and we are going to expand outwards, which is why I kind of wanted it like this, so that way we have viewing from downstairs, and then we'll also be able to view the map when we're upstairs, because that's going to be the highlight of this room, which means I am going to have to spend a lot of time mapping, which means the map 100% will not be done in this video, and I don't expect it to be done actually really ever necessarily. Eventually, hopefully, but I'm kind of gonna be doing the biggest map I can do, and we're gonna map as much of our world as possible and see. I'm not entirely sure. I do want it to be able to see structures and stuff, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to just do a huge map, and that's gonna be that. But again, I still haven't come up with ideas for the interior designs and stuff, so it might take me a bit of time playing around with that. I now have a bit of a section here that we can add maybe like a chest or two, we can add an anvil or something. I'm not entirely sure, like I was saying. We can add some lighting, stuff like that. But I'm going to keep working, and I'll be back with you guys for an update. So I think the next thing that I'm going to work on is the roof. We'll try to get that squared off. That way we kind of know how that's going to look, and then we can kind of build the aesthetics from the top down. And I had a kind of an idea. I had some already here, so that's pretty good. But I think I'm going to try to use some dark oak wood in the build. Maybe to try to give it a little depth. I kind of I want to put the roof on, but I want to have like a bit of a transition between it. So I'm going to try to do that with the wood. I am also going to get our cobbled deep slate. And let's make, I think we're going to go with the stone ones for the roof. We might try some different ones, but we'll do that. I'll do half a stack of the tile ones just to see, but I think for the most part we're going to be going with the brick. I'm going to do a bit of a section, and I'll be back to see how it's going to look. I tried the deep slat brick stairs to try, but it wasn't dark enough, so I swapped them out for these polished black stone, and I actually kind of like how that looks. I don't really have much done to actually take a look at it, but I'm going to take a bit of time working on it, and we'll be back once I have actually some progress. Let's catch up with what I've been doing off camera. So we're looking at it from a distance, as you guys can see, and it's starting to look pretty nice. Still very basic on the outside, but that's still going to be worked on. We also do have these nice little sections that I thought that do add a nice depth to the build, which is pretty good. And let's head inside. So inside, I did do a bit of work. As you guys can see, I got hidden lighting all around a bit. Still not enough to get rid of the torches, and I haven't really done too much interior decorating aside from a bit. Let's head upstairs again, just temporary stairs, and we have this little area where we can kind of see down at the front foyer. We got more hidden lighting here. We can see the map from up here. Then we have our bedroom, which comes over here, and then I have a nice patio that we kind of have. I'm gonna add some plants here. Not like I've been saying, I'm not the best at decorating stuff for just aesthetics. I'm more of a functional person, but I'm getting better, I feel like, and I'm actually getting pretty happy with how this build is progressing so far. So I do have a bit of work to do merging this together, make that look nice, but we kind of have this little memey way to get up. And there's going to be a little attic. I'm probably going to just throw a bunch of chests down here for storage. That's kind of one thing I didn't mention when I was talking about things I learned from the storage room is that, again, I'm actually really happy with how the storage room looked in the end, but the problem isn't how it looks, because that's kind of what I was focusing on. I wanted to make it look really good for the video, but the functionality of the storage room is really bad, so we don't really have too many spaces to put any extra stuff, and I don't even have enough actual spaces to put one of every item, which is what I kind of was hoping I could get at least. But we'll probably just have like our access, like cobble, stuff like this, all dumped up here. I do have some section, and we'll probably have some other chests scattered throughout the house. But yeah, I kind of gonna use the storage room. I'm gonna probably try to convert it a little bit and use it mainly for specific materials that we use a lot of and that we need regularly, and kind of just like stop just trying to store everything there like I'd initially planned. But like I said, I'm happy with how this build's coming so far. It's actually looking pretty nice. I have this little section that we'll be able to look down in. I still need to build some sort of chandelier, but it's kind of getting late in the day. And again, I'm going to have to spend another couple days working on this. Sorry, I was rambling a bit. Yeah, this video should only take a couple days or a few days to get out, so we should be actually pretty good, especially for the depth of this build. It's been a fairly complicated build, and I'm kind of trying to like go into as much detail as I can with it, because I have been really liking it so far, and it is going to be our house, so we're probably going to spend a fair amount of time here. I like the doors opening left. I don't know why. But you can even call that left, or is that right? I guess that's right. I don't even know. But yeah, it's starting to look pretty nice. We're going to have to add a bit of some variety on the outside here, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. And I'll show you guys the patio from outside. So they did a little thing like this. It's actually kind of nice. I might fence off down here or something. We could put something under here, but I might just leave it empty. Again, there's a lot of depth that's going into this build, so it is taking a little bit of time, but hopefully you guys are enjoying, and we'll continue working on it. What is going on, everybody? Prof Jeff's here, and welcome to my crib. Let's head on over, shall we? So let's take a tour of our brand new home, and let's open it up and see what we got. So we start out, we got a chandelier here. This is nowhere done. I want to switch these out for candles. I just don't have beeswax soon, so we're going to be playing around with bees pretty soon. That's one of the things. This build isn't 100% finished, but it is good enough for now. We can start moving in and actually kind of living in here, and then we'll kind of figure out what we need as we go. But we have some hidden lighting here. You go through. Got this fireplace here. I'm going to be adding a shroom light in here and that, something like that. And then we still have to add a little kitchen section, so we're going to need a table. And I think I'm going to swap out the floor in the kitchen for like marble or something. Or not marble, quartz, which I mean, I want it to look like marble. And then we have our staircase we have in here. So we got a nice little storage area we can throw under here, or we can throw Harry Potter in there. I don't know what we're going to do with that. But then we come up, we got these nice little window with this little garden here. We got this nice upstairs. Honestly, this is my favorite part, is up here. I still have to start working on the map. We got to add the item frames in, and we got to begin mapping, which is going to take a lot of work. We'll probably do an episode in the future doing that, some overworld mapping. Then we got this nice spot where we come out. We got a nice balcony, or not balcony. I don't even know what you call this. Well, it's a railing, but I don't know what you would call this little area. But and like a nice view outside. I actually really like this. When I added the windows in, I got some very like nostalgic vibes from old Minecraft using this like original glass. I don't know why. And then we go over here. We have our bedroom, which kind of have to work on some stuff. I don't know why that did that. Weird. Okay. But yeah, we have our chimney here. I'm actually so much happier with this chimney. Or fireplace. I haven't actually tried to cook stuff on here before yet either, so we might be able to use it for that as well. And I tried to hide some lighting under the bed. That was what we did downstairs. We have another porch right here that we can go out on. We have a nice view of the village, and when we build onto it, we'll be able to admire it from there. And we'll also be able to admire the nice forest, just like some nice aesthetics to it. And we have another place we can add some flowers or something. And then last place, we got the map room. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Forgot they do that now. You got to do this. There's a special way to get up here. There. All right, and this is our attic. So we have our attic area. We have a nice like glass kind of that we can kind of still see down, and it doesn't feel as cramped. And then we have this kind of area that we can look down as well. And then we have some place for storage, pretty much. Ultimately, like I was saying, I am super happy with this build. This is probably one of the best builds I've made in Minecraft to this date. Usually I don't go this in detail on designing it. Like I said, I'm a lot more of a function person, but I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this. I just am definitely going to need a break, so that's going to be it for this video. Probably we're going to spend some time gathering resources that we'll need to finish up the build in the future. But again, super happy with how this has progressed So do a bit of a look around the outside before we end the episode. But we have a nice skylight over here. It doesn't look the nicest from the air, but it's really nice inside. So I think I'm going to keep it as is. But super happy with this build, as I was saying. And gonna continue just like working on it in between episodes and stuff, puttering away at it. But that's going to be all for this video, everyone. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button. It really supports the channel. And if you are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we are pushing for 1,000 subscribers. So thank you, everyone who has been supporting the series so far. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.